Hey guys, welcome back, and as always, I hope you have all been doing well. So here we are again following up on our To Love series, and in the last video we spoke about loving our favorite traveling hunter who prefers a turnstile as opposed to a door. Yes, we're talking about Sagittarius. If you haven't got a chance to check out our first video, be sure to check our page to check that one out. So last we reflected on loving the brutally frank existence of a Sag man, and in this video, we'll take a look at the opposite side of the coin and delve into loving a Sagittarius woman. But before we proceed, this is a friendly reminder to subscribe and add a like. So yes, Sagittarius female, what can I say? Well, for one, she is the original girl next door. She is a woman who thrives on independence. She's optimistic and frank, who believes that honesty is the only way to go. She's not one to self-pity, and her friendliness is a fresh release from the hard knocks of the world. For her, the ideal partner is an avid traveler who loves to read. Her companionship will be the catalyst for a happy home with boisterous laughter and a sense of spontaneity similar to the changing colors of a chameleon. When it comes to the concept of ride or die, well, let's just say she coined the phrase. But before you warm yourself with her embers, be sure to understand that her exclusivity comes at a cost. Much like her male counterpart, she too is afflicted. As all Sagittarian women are chained to a Twilight Zone sort of serendipity that often finds them in the wrong place at the right time. She may not appear for your lunch date because she saw a house catch on fire, dialed the fire department, and is now trying to talk to the fireman and getting him to let her use the hose to put out the flames herself. Besides that, it should also be noted that she is the queen of lateness. I mean, her intent is there. Yeah, she'll be sure to get up early to make sure she's there for your life-threatening surgery. The only problem is that she'll be sidetracked and start rearranging the cabinets, getting all the spices in alphabetical order, because why not? However, if she does make it out of the house on time, again, she'll be sidetracked. Only this time, she'll have forgotten that there's a neighborhood charity marathon. So she'll run back into the house, change into her runner gear, meet up with some marathon friends, and as she crosses the finish line, drenched in sweat, for a good cause, you'll be laying in a bed, overhearing the doctor say, "I don't know, nurse, it doesn't look well." But let's hope that you do make it through, and when she does finally show up, because she will show up, don't be surprised when she shows up on some crutches, as these women are prone to falling. Her angry side is like that of a flash grenade that will surely blind you before you get a chance to duck. And don't push her doomsday button, as you are sure to be welcomed by a barrage of flying objects, followed by a trip to the store to replace all of the broken glass. And she'll be right there with you, as they tend to get over things rather quickly. They just don't forget. And will most likely have a dinner party, invite some friends over and family, so she can give all of them a recap and an account of what happened. And as you sit there in the corner and watch her play comedienne with everyone howling in laughter, it will be in that moment that you'll realize that public humiliation is her ultimate revenge. But the ultimate Sagittarian woman embodies both sides of Jupiter's nature, where on one hand she can be quite mothering and generous, who stands on her conviction, and nothing can waver her from her belief except that of some superior force. But on the other hand, you will also find them to be self-righteous and arrogant, marching down the street in full-on wrath, embarrassing any and everyone she can. The female archer is quite the chatterbox also. I mean, she can go on for a good 20 minutes without coming up for air. And her Cheshire smile is always on display. So much so, you think she got plastic surgery from the same doctor that performed the Joker smile. And her book is always filled with projects, parties, and friendships, because for her to be alone is not an option. Lonely is not the only company for her. Housework, out of anything, is her arch nemesis. So don't be surprised if your home resembles some back alley in a bustling city. And for the most part, you'll just have to live with it, as your home will most likely look like this most of the time. So you may just want to go and hire a housekeeper to help keep the mold at bay and from appearing on a clip for hoarders. To love a lady centaur is to love a woman who likes affection but doesn't want to be smothered. She loves her freedom just as much as the men, but are not one to have a wandering eye. I mean, don't get me wrong. Her friend list will be chock full of men who she will have no problem phoning late at night, having lunch with, or even going to a movie with. You just have to get over it. But if you do exhibit the suspicious traits of a Scorpio, or the possessive nature of Taurus, or even the arrogance of Leo, you should be sure to check with your local therapist several times a week before considering this a lifelong mate. Because all in all, she will expect your trust and will refuse to change her world at any cost. She's also quite passionate, but would much prefer aerobic adventures, if you know what I mean, in the bedroom, as opposed to those drawn out emotional scenes that you see in the soap operas. The key word here is spontaneity. But it don't matter to her if she's an outrageous archer or an outspoken centaur. This one here is the most independent female under the sun. So if you want to keep with this one, be sure to sleep with your running shoes on, because you never know. But while you peruse the Nike website, be sure to add a like, comment down below, and most importantly, subscribe. We have much more coming down the line, so be on the lookout for that. As always, thanks again for continuing to watch and staying tuned. But dear Sag lover, if you are down for a lot of travel and a woman who will open her mouth well before she engages her brain, well then saddle up and hit the road. And as you sit there and update your Instagram status, no matter where you are with your Saggy love, remember, the stars are always watching.